Hey guys, today we're driving the 2020 Volvo XC40. This is a T5 all-wheel drive R design. This has the 2-liter turbocharged direct injection motor. It makes 248 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. That's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The MSRP on this XC40 is $35,700. This has the R design package, which adds another $6,250. It also has the advanced package, which has the headlight cleaning system, pilot assist, the 360 camera, and LED headlights for $1,400. It also has the heated front seats, heated steering wheel, the lava floor carpet and door panels, which are very bright and very chic, these 20-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels for $800, and the 600-watt Harman Kardon premium audio system, also for $800. The total price on this XC40 as tested is $46,995. EPA rates this for 22 mpg in the city, 30 in the highway, and 25 miles to the gallon combined. This Volvo features a 48-month, 50,000-mile warranty and complimentary factory scheduled maintenance for the first 3 years or 36,000 miles. I'd say this Volvo XC40 is one of my favorite small crossover SUVs on sale today. It just strikes a really nice balance between size, fun, quirkiness, and a really feature-rich vehicle that's got a lot of neat little touches. And it's the little things in this XC40 that really add up to an overall very nice vehicle. Let's take a walk around this XC40 here. It's been a couple of years since we've had one of these to drive, and I will say it is always a pleasure getting back behind the wheel of one. This is just a really nicely packaged car. This is maybe one of my favorite Volvos on sale today. If I had to get a new Volvo, I'd be hard-pressed between this and a V60. Be a tough choice. I like the size and the proportions and the short squatness of this XC40. This touch display is pretty good. These can always be more and more responsive, but at least I will say that everything is pretty accessible within a couple of menus, a few different screens. You can swipe, a lot of easy access to various features. This Harman Kardon audio system is fantastic. We'll do a little audio test later on. You do have this push-push shifter where you have to kind of press it a couple times to get into the right gear. That's a little, you get used to it. I wish I would like a traditional shifter. A little trash bin in there as well. And then of course you get these thigh supports here, which collect a lot of crumbs, which is really nice. Great panoramic sunroof, and of course I love the little Swedish flag there. There's a lot of features that you can access. You can fold down the rear headrests with the press of a button, which I think is kind of neat. I have a few things turned off, like lane keeping aid, start stop is off, park assist is on, blind spot monitoring is on. The reverse camera on this is okay. It's very distorted. It's a very wide angle view also. I do wish you could see the 360 and the reverse cam at the same time, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what's around you. And it's pretty quick to respond to changes. All right, let's take this for a drive and see what the XC40 is like on the road. We actually have all-season tires on these 20-inch wheels. Unlike the XC90 we had a couple weeks ago, that was on summer Pirellis, I think. This 2-liter turbo, this T5 has plenty of power. It pulls nicely. It's a good torquey motor. Paired quite well with this 8-speed automatic. You just hear lots of boost noises. It's pretty quiet. Doesn't feel overly stressed when you're hammering it. Handling isn't too bad either. The suspension's tuned pretty nicely for comfort. Once it settles into a corner, it seems to grip pretty well. Steering feel actually isn't terrible either. These brakes are nice and strong. And I like how the transmission holds gears. Lets you ride out that boost. Decent little turning radius too. While we're here, let's do a 0 to 60 test. It's a quick little car. It does great. This is more than enough power than you need in this. Paddle shifters are a little bit slow to respond, a little bit laggy. But honestly, the transmission does such a good job on its own that you're not going to be using them very much. Let's put it back into, actually let's try eco mode. If I do have one complaint, I do wish that this XC40 got slightly better gas mileage. I think in most mixed driving you'd be averaging about 23, 24 miles to the gallon. This week, the way I've been driving, I've been averaging about 21, 22. But one nice thing about this eco mode is it does enable coasting. It'll basically just put your RPMs at idle as much efficiency out of your momentum as possible. It does decrease the throttle sensitivity quite a bit. But this also isn't a bad drive mode. Mostly though, I've just been leaving this in comfort, and that seems to serve my needs pretty well for most driving situations. Been using this pilot assist quite a bit this week. I love how easy and intuitive it is to use. The steering works pretty well too. This is a great system to use on back roads or highway stints, just when you need to take your eyes off the road for a couple seconds, operate something in the touch menu. Seems to be a pretty reliable system too, and it's easy to turn off pilot assist and just switch to adaptive cruise control. 5 mile an hour increments with the press of a button, and you can hold for 1 mile an hour changes in your speed. It's a really easy Volvo to live with too. There's some features like when you turn the car on, it'll automatically resume your last heated steering wheel, heated seat settings. Climate control is pretty accurate to the temperature that you set it to. It's easy to synchronize, easy to use. You can change temperatures pretty quickly. You can see how responsive the touchscreen is there. You can also slide. And then of course there's an auto climate control that you can adjust the fan speed. Really easy to select different parameters. The auto stop start in this works okay. I did turn it off this week. It's not my favorite system. It's a little bit jerky, a little bit disruptive. But it's better than the Super Legacy we had earlier this week. Driving position. Seats are very comfortable for me. I've always thought Volvo does a really nice job with their seats. This is no exception. The steering wheel feels a little bit far away. I think a taller driver would struggle and want a little bit more closeness from the wheel. That said, though, for my 5'10" frame, it works pretty well. I have great visibility here. Once it settles into a corner, it hooks up and grips pretty well. These tires don't have the most traction, but I think they're probably a decent all-season. Let's do a little test of how long pilot assist lasts. Yeah, it's telling me to apply steering. I will say I've noticed just the slightest amount of wind buffeting at speed in this XC40 this week. It's very faint. You almost don't notice it on highway speeds. It's when you're around 60, 65 miles an hour that it becomes a little bit apparent. Otherwise, this XC40 is perfectly quiet, very comfortable at highway speeds. There's not a lot of wind noise. It's just kind of a lower frequency that I'm hearing in the background. While we're here, let's test this Harman Kardon. Go into our sound test. Like all Volvos, fantastic sound system, no complaints there. Really, the highs of this car are its packaging, its looks, its features. It's a really fun car to own and drive and live with. I think it's just very likable. It has a very likable personality, and I would actually buy one of these. I think it's a really, really nice overall package. The minuses, I wish it got better fuel economy. Maybe in the future, hybrid versions will improve and become a little bit cheaper too. Everything else, though, my complaints are pretty few and far between. Personally, I'd probably swing for the smaller wheel and tire setup. Something just a little bit more sidewall and more ride comfort. Otherwise, though, this R design is a really attractive vehicle, and this spec with the orange interior and the white exterior with the black roof, it's pretty ideal, pretty perfect in my book. Well, there you go, guys. Just some updated impressions on the new XC40. This has been out for a couple of years already. I already have a review that I filmed a little while ago, but figured I'd do an update on this. And it's always a pleasure to get behind the wheel of one of these. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.